What's up, boss man?
What are you doing?
Crazy bitches, So having just my wife is a little bit unbalanced, doesn't really know the difference between reality and not. She seems to think that my son is in danger from me. We have a play date scheduled per Judge Brown orders, and she's taken him out of school and canceled the appointment and not answering the phone, and I don't know what the hell's going on.
How long have you been divorced?
Let's see, like 4 years now? Yeah, 4 years now.
How so?
7. Just turned 7.
Boy, girl.
Boy.
Just one?
Mm-hmm. She's got a freshie, the new guy, but, the only one I'm worried about is mine.
Why is she mad at you?
Again, before I say this, you should know that I'm half Australian, so I'm allowed to say this, because it's a compliment in my community, not a microaggression. She's just a fucking crazy cunt. Now, what it is, she's mad at me because I'm doing a comedy magic show, and I don't know. She's afraid of magic. She thinks that magic is real, and I don't know. I'm fucking an illusionist.
Like with the cards?
I actually do it with no cards and no strings attached or anything like that. It's kind of like a psychological warfare. What it's about is I'm trying.
Like on TV, the Two Magicians.
Kind of, yeah. It's actually kind of a social commentary where I'm trying to coin the phrase Curtis Nelson syndrome. You ever heard of Curtis Nelson? No one's heard of Curtis Nelson. Curtis Nelson is the guy who's managing Joe Rogan's new comedy club in Austin called the Comedy Mothership.
Joe Rogan now.
Yeah, of course, right? Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Fucking, you had to live under a rock. You spend this much time in a car, and Joe Rogan doesn't come on. Good luck, right?
Podcast.
Yeah, right. No, deeply inspired by all these podcasters, how they are disseminating information through comedy and humor that's slightly uncomfortable, right? So I've been deeply inspired by them, and I'm trying to do my magic show inside of a circus tent, dressed as a clown, while I talk about some really dark shit, right? Like, for example, Curtis Nelson syndrome, as I'm coining it, is when people no longer know the difference between what they see on their TV and reality, because to people what they see on their TV is reality, right? And so now I've because my son likes YouTube and pranks, I played such an elaborate prank to drive this bitch crazy that now here we are, where I'm hoping, are you wearing Kevlar? Fuck, dude. One of us should wear Kevlar when we knock on the door. I'll wear the Kevlar if you want to. You can stand back. I don't want you to get in the line of fire here. But this crazy bitch very likely thinks that I'm the devil himself, because I've just kind of been telling her that I am, right? Right. Like, that's all it takes is fucking little smoke and mirrors and a deep fake thing to make shit on YouTube look like it's real, right? It's very elaborate.
Where do you perform at?
Well, right now, I have a underground spot that I keep kind of hush-hush because we don't have a liquor license. I kind of am treating it as if I'm doing private performance shows myself out of my own pocket for my friends. And so they're allowed to bring...
Like, you have your own building, your own house?
Yeah. I have what looks like an abandoned building that on the inside looks like a circus tent right now. But I'm trying to move this show.
Invite people over.
Yeah, exactly. But it's again, I look at it as just empty space for performing, and therefore when I invite my friends and they bring alcohol and I just have juices and shit for them to mix, they kind of get to have the table service, the bottle service high-end experience without paying out the nose. And I'm not the one distributing alcohol. And actually, so I live down in Greenville, and the first show that we're doing, we're actually having them, we're going to tell the people coming, not the address of the venue. We're going to have them actually park at Greenville County Detention Center and then take a limo. I'm going to be there in a ominous looking black cloak with a sign that says Magic Show, just a big ticket. So right, I'm just standing in the middle of the fucking GCDC parking lot. I'm going to let the police know, because obviously this is a fucking weird thing for someone to do. And then all these people dressed to the nines are going to show up and park there and meet me. Limo shows up, takes them to the venue, right? Where I then tell them, hey, have a great night. You got to leave before the sun comes up. And by the way, you got to take an Uber back, because I only paid for the limo for 15 minutes. And if you want to drunk drive home, you're going to have to take an Uber to GCDC and then drunk drive home from there. We'll just fucking save everyone a lot of energy and time for your fucking dumb decisions. Or you just take an Uber home and get a Lyft fucking tomorrow to get your car. So it's a really kind of a think piece. She's not much of a thinker. She's kind of a fucking idiot. So I don't know. If you want to just explain to her how funny and important I am to society, so that...
Nah, just curious.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand. Yeah. And I'd love if you wanted to give me your card, I would love to invite you to the show. And pretty much the deal is I give you a table. Normally we charge $2,000. You're welcome to bring... Yeah, so it gets a little deeper if you want to hear about it more. So the way it works is I charge $2,000 for the table. You can bring 4 people total. right? And I'm marketing it as like a BDSM themed comedy magic show. But when you get in there, I'm just dressed as a clown. And instead of BDSM gear, I'm actually going to be wearing full SWAT regalia, but no clothes underneath it, just the Kevlar, right? Like in like a fucking cock cage or something like that, like really comical to diffuse the tension. And then as we bring you the juices for you to mix with whatever liquor you brought, we also bring a Samsonite suitcase that has guns in it, but it's money guns and squirt guns. And I want people to not fucking laugh or boo or anything like that. If you're displeased by the trick or the illusion or whatever, shoot the performer with a squirt gun, right? And if you like it, express it by making it rain with the money gun and shooting that. And if at any point you don't like the show, the suitcase is going to have $2,000 in it, right? So full refund the second you walk in, and you're invited back if you empty the clip. If you don't, thanks for coming to the show. Take whatever ammo you've got left with you. Feel free to take the suitcase or leave it. I don't care. Presumably, Samsonite doesn't cost $2,000. Yeah. So anyway, that's
good suitcases, but
yeah, they are good suitcases, but $2,000 I'm pretty sure I'll eat it if they want a refund, Anyway, so it's a real think piece, and I understand why people are confused because I'm trying to confuse them and misdirect them. But while this situation is going on, I just want to be as transparent as possible. And certainly, again, if you ever wanted to give me your contact info, you want to help me out diffuse this situation, I'd be happy to pay you back by giving you a suitcase full of money for free, as long as you promise, if you like the show, to just empty the clip. Fucking,
What's her address?
I think it's number 4 E Street. I think it's like right over there. I don't really know what house number it is. I just know what house it is.
4E?
Yeah. And they might not even be there. They're not answering my phone calls.
I guess you got visitation. She got primary custody.
Yeah. Judge Brown says that I'm supposed to be with my kid every other Thursday. Like, on the weeks where I don't have them on the weekend, play date on Thursday. It's not supposed to be play date on Thursday based on if she feels like it, right?
You keep them overnight or just one day?
Yeah, just 3 hours. The weekends I don't have them, I get a 3-hour play date, right? And I'd be happy if she's not fucking freaked out. Like, he's wasted so much time at this point of mine, during the day. I'd be happy to play with the kid and just show him what Dad's been up to in their fucking driveway for a couple hours or whatever. I'm trying to meet someone in the middle here while I'm getting raked over the coals for liking fucking magic tricks and heady ideas.
We could not talk to her.
Well, we try.
But if she don't, say she just says no, can't see your kid. Ultimately, I think about the family court.
Sure. Yeah, she seems to think that she's
no lawyer.
Yeah. I'm hoping not. She seems to think that my irrational manic behavior that I'm doing on YouTube is something that the courts are going to take away, when the entire time I'm like, all right, I'm going to get into a character now. Right, and I go from kind of misdemeanor to a hyperverbal manic bipolar lunatic, right? But I announce that I'm shifting gears, right? That this is now a character. Yeah, right. But I'm sure that if she just presents it out of context, right? It's like, look at this fucking crazy guy. Which, it's like, yeah, sure. If you present anything out of context, you can get people you can gaslight people into thinking that your reality is
doing
there.
it in a show atmosphere. You're not doing it like
I'm doing
here in the street somewhere.
No, I'm doing it on YouTube in my like living room, just pretty much me talking into the camera. Like the entire series. If you want to look me up on YouTube, I'm the Light Magician on YouTube.
I thought it was I thought the name as Light.
Yeah.
But I thought we went to the Christian Lighthouse.
I know.
I thought that's part of
it. Just abbreviated in the system or something. No. My real name is Chris, but my stage name is Light. Yeah. So.
I just saw that light, and I thought that was part
of it. It's very meta. It's very meta that Light is at the lighthouse and you're my shining star right now. Yeah, certainly life is imitating reality. Or art is imitating life at this point, certainly.
So it had that in the name, and then for the caller, it had a light next to it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. So,
I figured some just because they didn't want to type no more.
No. I mean, I'm kind of, I'm having fun with them too. I'm trying to just brighten everyone's day while we kind of laugh at some dark shit. Is the general theme of it. Like, given the choice between laugh or cry your way out of a shitty situation, if you have the choice, laugh, right? So, if I come across a little bit, you're right, I hope so. Unless she kills me on the front porch and pretends she's afraid for her life, but for me, yeah, I mean, I hope not, but better safe than sorry. Trust but verify, right? Anyway, so
we'll go down there and see.
Cool, buddy.
You know where it is? I'll follow you.
Yeah, I think it's number 4 right there. Yeah, sure.